Hey, you guys, it's Ashley. There are a few things that I wanted to go over, things that I think that you should know that will help you be successful with your 21 day fix experience. The first thing is I'm going to talk a little bit about nutrition and then exercise and then accountability and support. I think those three things come together to make a really great program. So, the first thing is make sure you take your before pictures and measurements. It's really, really important to take those pictures from all different angles, from your side and from your back. Like my back picture, when I look at my before and after back picture, you can see such a difference in those 21 days. So make sure, so important to take your before pictures and measurements. The second thing is to download the 21 Day Fix app on your phone. It makes everything so simple. It keeps track of your food, how many containers you've used along the way, how many you have left for the day, tracks your water for you, tracks your exercise, and all of your measurements you can keep on there. It has all of the food lists that you can refer to. It's the greatest app ever, and it's free, so download that on your phone. Okay, as far as food goes, I want to tell you a little bit about the food that I eat on a consistent basis. Like these are my go-to foods that I always try to have in the house. As far as proteins, I always have the giant bag of chicken strips from Costco. They're super easy. You just have to heat them up. So I always have a bag of those. The Aidells chicken sausage, there's different flavors. I love the apple one. I typically slice that up and put it in a pan and have it with veggies, and it's awesome and fast and easy. So I always have that. I always have a bag of frozen shrimp in my freezer. I can buy a bag at Walmart for like $5, and they're easy to just heat up and have as a protein. I always have eggs and a carton of egg whites. I do eggs a lot for breakfast in the mornings. That's kind of my go-to protein. I always have deli meat of some sort in case I want to do sandwiches in the afternoon, or for an afternoon snack, I'll have just a few slices of like deli turkey with some vegetables or something. I always keep the Oikos Triple Zero Greek yogurt. I don't know how to say that. Oikos? Is that how you say it? I don't even know. The Triple Zero Greek yogurt. It's really good. It tastes like having a treat, and it's a good protein. I don't like fish at all, any kind of fish. I don't like tuna. I don't like anything like that. So I stick to chicken, eggs, shrimp. I do turkey burgers once in a while. I do ground turkey and ground beef once in a while, like super lean ground beef. But so those are my go-to proteins. Veggies, fresh veggies are great. Frozen veggies are great. I like to buy them frozen in the steamable bags. That's really convenient. And just always have them in the freezer. I like green beans, broccoli. I love asparagus right now. Asparagus keeps going on sale, and I'm all excited about it. I learned to like Brussels sprouts. They're actually not too bad once you figure out the right way to cook them. Carrots. I do a mix with mushrooms, zucchini, yellow squash, and onions. I just dice them all up, put them in a pan, cook a ton of them, and keep them in the fridge, and I eat that a lot. And then I always have a giant carton of like mixed greens salad and spinach that I use in salads and in my Shakeology. Fruits, I use a lot of bananas now because I like half a banana in my shake every day, and I like to put half a banana when I have oatmeal in the mornings. So I always keep bananas, apples, cuties, pineapple, berries, melons, basically whatever's on sale, whatever's in season with fruits and vegetables. That's kind of what I go to. And if I always keep them in the house and have them ready, then it makes it so much easier just to grab them. Carbs. Okay, so I have done so many different meal plans and programs and diets, and I've always kind of had it drilled in me that carbs are bad, that carbs are the enemy. And now I'm just barely starting to understand that carbs can be good for you. But you have to eat the right kind of carbs, of course. So my go-to carbs are typically like oatmeal. I use the old-fashioned oats and make oatmeal in the mornings. Beans, like black beans or non-fat refried beans, wild rice, sweet potatoes, anything that's like whole grain tortillas, or I like the little sandwich thins. for when I'm going to do a sandwich for lunch, or English muffins or whole grain crackers. I don't eat a lot of cereal or a lot of pasta. So those are kind of my go-to carbs. Healthy fats, no joke. My healthy fat is typically either guacamole or avocados or hummus. Those are kind of my go-to. I used to love cheese. Cheese is kind of a trigger food for me. So I'm always a little nervous that I'm going to go back to my bad habits if I start eating a lot of cheese. So occasionally I'll do cheese for my healthy fats from my blue container. I'll do, cheddar cheese or mozzarella cheese, but not very often. But you can. I mean, it's up to you. But those are my healthy fats that I go to. And then seeds and dressings. Typically, my little orange container I use, and I do flaxseed in my Shakeology. That's kind of what I do every day. The oils and the nut butters, no joke. Peanut butter and almond butter go in my oatmeal or go in my shake for the day. I use extra virgin olive oil or the extra virgin coconut oil when I'm cooking sometimes, but most of my teaspoons come from peanut butter or almond butter. So a couple other must-haves. I use almond milk, the unsweetened almond milk in my shake every day. And I think it makes such a difference. I think it tastes a lot better than just water. So that would be worth trying. So I always keep almond milk in my house. Yeah. Okay. So super, super important for you to mess around for the first week or two and learn about spacing out your food really well. I think it's kind of a rookie move that everyone does the first couple days is you don't quite know how to when to eat and what to eat. And all of a sudden it's 6 p.m. and you still have like a ton of containers that you haven't used. And then you're trying to eat a ton. Or the opposite, like you eat too much earlier in the day and then dinner comes and you're like, oh no, I don't have very many containers left. So that's totally normal, learning how to space out your containers. And you'll get the hang of it. It just is kind of trial and error and you figure it out. Water. I don't think we talk enough about water. We need to drink so much water. I shoot for at least 100 ounces a day. A gallon is sort of my goal. Between 100 ounces and a gallon is what I shoot for. So drink your water. So good. Get some sleep, says the girl who never sleeps because I have a 6-month-old who's teething. Yay! So, try to get good sleep habits and water and space out your meals. And meal planning is really important. When you come home from the grocery store, cook as much of it as you can and have it ready in your fridge. Have it portioned out so that you can just grab it and go and there's no excuse later when you're tired or you're grumpy and you need to eat. It's just there and it's ready. Okay, exercise. So, before I go to exercise, Shakeology. Shakeology. I really did call it Shakeology for the first, I don't even know, few months until I figured out it wasn't shaky. Sorry, go ahead and make fun of me. Okay, before I go to exercise, a lot of people drink their Shakeology first thing in the morning, like for breakfast. Some people have it as like a mid-morning snack between breakfast and lunch. Some people have it right after they exercise. You kind of have to just play around and figure out what works best for you. I have found that I like to drink my shake between 2 to 3 p.m. because then it wards off all my cravings for the whole rest of the night and I don't have to worry about binge eating. I don't have to worry about 6 p.m. and dinner comes and I'm starving, so I eat everything. If I have my shake in the afternoons, that's what works for me. So play with that and see what works for you. Okay, exercise. You have to schedule it in. You have to treat it like it's an appointment, like it's something that you can't miss. You just have to make it a priority. And after a while, it becomes habit, and then it's not so hard to do anymore. But for the first little while, you have to make that conscious effort to make it important and to make time for it and not let anything else get in the way. Find a time that works best for you and try to stick with it. A lot of people get up and exercise very first thing in the morning. Some people do it, later in the day. Figure out what works for you, and stick with it. We always say never miss a Monday. Monday is the way you start off your week. If you miss exercising on a Monday, then you very easily could miss it on Tuesday, and then your whole week will just go downhill. So make sure you stay on point from the very beginning of the week. As you start watching the exercise videos, some of the moves are really, really hard. For me, at least, I assume that they're hard for everybody who's starting out. Make sure that there's no shame in the modifying. Like Kat on the videos is seriously my hero. She's a genius. Like I watch her the whole time more than I watch Autumn, because I modify quite a lot. Some of the moves are getting easier, which is great. Like that makes me happy. Like I'm making progress, and it will for you too. If there's a move that starts off in the beginning super hard, just modify as much as you need to, and as you go along, just keep pushing yourself, and eventually what is hard will turn easier and easier, and that's the goal. So, but don't worry about modifying. Don't see that as like a sign of weakness. I modify a ton still, so it's great. Do what you can do, push through as hard as you can, and don't feel bad if you don't look like Autumn or you don't look like those people in the videos with their rock hard abs, because like none of us really do. Some of us do, just kidding, but I don't. Not yet. I totally could someday. But so yeah, do what you can do and push yourself and sweat, and you'll see results. You just will, because that's how it works. They tell you need either dumbbells or a resistance band. The resistance band is fine, but for me, it looks kind of tricky. Like I would rather go with my dumbbells. And when I started out, I just bought a set of 5-pound weights, and just used my 5s for everything. And then if that was too heavy, I would drop them and do it with no weight. So then the next thing I went out and bought were 8s. So now I have 8-pound dumbbells and 5-pound dumbbells. And those are what I use for everything right now. So I would suggest starting maybe with 5s and see how it goes. Maybe 3s and 5s. Or if you're already pretty strong, maybe 5s and 8s or 5s and 10s. But yeah, if I had a choice, I would probably go with dumbbells over a resistance band. They seem a little bit more simple and easier to use. And then I did go out and buy a yoga mat. It was on sale at Walmart for like $6. So I bought one of those. It's not super necessary. You can do everything without it, but it's nice to have. So, okay. The last thing would be support, and accountability. Okay. This challenge group that we're in, this Facebook page that we have you on, there are people in here who know what they're doing. They've done it before. They can answer questions. I can answer questions. We really want you to be active in here. We want you to post pictures and comment about how you're doing and what was good today and what was hard today and what you need help with, and ask questions and maybe comment on other people's posts. The more that you're involved in this, the more that everyone in this challenge group is going to get to know you, and we're all going to be able to help push you and support you. And that's what it's all about, is feeling accountable, feeling like the decisions that you make every day are going to be reflected, and people are noticing, whether you are or whether you aren't. We're going to see it. We're going to notice. But we're here to help you. You know, we're not judgy. We've all been there before. We know what you're going through starting out, and you might have 10 pounds to lose or 20 pounds to lose or 50 plus pounds to lose. And so we're all in this together, and we're going to be here to help you out the best that we can. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Don't ever worry about bugging me or bugging your coach with a million questions, because I love it. Like I love answering questions, and if I don't have the answer, I'll find the answer somewhere else. And that's what we're here for, is to help you to be successful, and we want you to be successful. So I hope that this gave you some good ideas, and yay, I'm excited for you guys to get started.